It seems like here in 2020, everyone is looking to make a little extra cash online. So in this video today, I want to explain to you guys how to sell your sneakers online in 2020 fast. I want to explain the fastest and easiest ways to sell sneakers, both new and used, online from home. So there's plenty of ways to go about it, but I'm going to break down just a few of the ones that I recommend that I think are the fastest and easiest ways to sell both new and used shoes. So my name's Steve Natto. I'm here on YouTube, always sharing new things with sneakers in terms of news, reviews, on feeds, all the above, anything related to sneakers. I'm always here talking about it. So be sure to keep it locked to the channel and hit that subscribe button. But for now, let's get into today's video talking about how to sell sneakers online in 2020. So to get started here talking about where to sell new shoes in 2020, we're going to talk about two main places first and use one sneaker as an example. So let's say you got the recently released Varsity Royal Jordan 3 and decide you want to sell it. So if we head over to the two main places I want to start talking about in no particular order, we have GOAT and StockX. So these are the two easiest and fastest ways to sell sneakers online, in my opinion. So if we use the Jordan 3 Varsity Royal as an example, you can head over to each place. Both has a website and an app, and you can go to the one product page that exists for that sneaker. So it's a little less confusing than, say, eBay, which I'll also talk about a little bit later in the video, and other just marketplaces in general that aren't as streamlined as GOAT and StockX in terms of visibility of the product. So on GOAT and StockX, you know exactly where to go because there's just one product page for the shoe, and you simply follow the steps within the app to actually sell the sneaker. Both are very simple. I won't explain the exact process here. Leave a comment down below if you want me to create a video explaining how specifically to sell on either platform, but it's very, very easy and you just have to follow the steps within the app. And in terms of fees and what you have to pay as a seller, they're a little bit different too, but essentially boil down to the same cost, and your return will boil down to almost the same thing on either marketplace for a sneaker like this as well. Even though the prices are a little bit different, the fees are a little bit different, the market is really gauging the price on anything you're going to sell on either platform. So one might be a little bit better than the other, but it's always worth it to check out both and see which you like better and which might make more sense for your case. So you go through the steps. You can sell the shoe and list it. You can either accept the highest offer or you can list it for the lowest price and wait for a buyer to buy it. So it's a very simple and streamlined process that will allow you to sell your new sneakers online very, very easily. But now, continuing the conversation on selling new sneakers online in 2020, there are actually two other places that I do want to mention. I don't like these quite as much as GOAT and StockX in terms of ease and quickness of selling, but they're worthwhile to check out depending on what you are selling. But for this case, we'll talk about the Jordan 3 Varsity Royal in both of these cases and give you an example. So first off, we check out eBay as the next place to check out. I mentioned it earlier, and I don't like it quite as much because it's a bit more confusing when you have to deal with more product pages than just the one that is listed on GOAT and StockX. For instance, if we browse here, you can see there's plenty of different items listed. And as a buyer on the other end, how does the buyer exactly know which one they should buy? And let's say you as a seller, you want to go add in your product. How do you know exactly what price to list it at? Are you sure that people will be able to find your listing? There's some things you have to consider there, but again, it could be worthwhile to check out depending on what you are selling. On the other hand though, you could just throw up any product on eBay as an auction and let it sell for whatever it sells for. So again, that could be better for you and the ease and quickness of selling your product. If you just want to throw it up, have it be even a 24-hour auction and get it sold, that's certainly a good option. And then finally is Facebook Marketplace, which I thought was worth mentioning too. This is going to be an online marketplace, but is going to cater to the in-person transactions. So essentially you meet up with someone via the internet, via these Facebook Marketplaces, and then you can go and sell the product in person. So it's similar, but I thought it was worthwhile to mention in this category here because, again, it's a way that you can sell your products easy and fast in some cases. So let's say, for instance, you want to sell this Jordan 3 Varsity Royal, but you just want to sell it for like $5 or $10 over retail price, or even just retail price to get it out of the way. Like you just need to sell and liquidate fast. You could certainly throw up a listing on Facebook Marketplace, put in your parameters, and have someone very close to you, probably reach out and want to buy that shoe. So again, it's worthwhile to check out depending on what you're selling and depending on how quick you want to sell that product. And now if we transition over to the used side of sneakers, where are the good places to sell used sneakers online in 2020? Well, actually, we're going to use three of the same places that I've already talked about because the same logic applies for these three places in terms of used sneakers. So In terms of my favorite, I again will go with GOAT. I really do like the way GOAT allows you to sell used sneakers. In terms of liquidity and how fast it can sell, some move really quick, but others definitely take a bit more time. So selling used in general is always going to be a little bit tougher than selling a new product because you have to find the right buyer. But for instance, if you want to list something used on GOAT, you can. They make it really easy. You simply follow the steps within the app and list it as a used product. So if we take a look at, let's take a look at the Yeezy Zebras. We can just see, because there's plenty of used listings already up on that sneaker, so you can take a look on GOAT and see what I'm talking about. So for most sneakers, there's going to be a lot of used pairs, or at least some used pairs up there that will get views and have the opportunity for a buyer to put up an offer or just simply buy your pair outright. So it makes it a very safe, easy, and quick way to at least list the product and hopefully get it sold. Something that might be a little faster in terms of liquidity is again going to be eBay and Facebook Marketplace. eBay, again, we'll talk about the auction side of things, where if you just want to put it up as a 24-hour auction to get it sold, that is going to get it sold in quite literally 24 hours. So that could be a good option for you. But you know, if you want to go the eBay route and put it as a buy it now, it's going to be a similar thing with GOAT, where it's going to take a little bit of time to get some views and find the right buyer to actually want to purchase that pair of used sneakers. So I always recommend taking really good pictures and having the best presentation of your shoe possible, maybe cleaning it up a little bit. That definitely helps. And then the same thing goes with Facebook Marketplace, where again, if you just want to sell it for dirt cheap, or see if someone local to you wants to buy it for something, depending on what you're selling, it could be worthwhile to list it on Facebook Marketplace. You could get a couple of hits and have it sold within a couple of days. So hopefully this helps, but I really wanted to frame this for you guys to give an idea of where you can sell both new and used sneakers online in 2020. I think these are the easiest and fastest ways to go about it. And if you have any questions at all, feel free to leave those in the comments down below. I'd love to help you guys out in any way that I can. I really appreciate you guys stopping by the channel. Again, leave any comments or feedback in the comments down below. Be sure to hit that subscribe button to keep it locked to the channel, and I'll catch you guys again real soon on the next one.